What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling Rush Hour. This show was trash ass, and it was very exhausting. Watching 3 hours of a trash ass show, that's how I felt watching Friday Night SmackDown this past week. So, Triple H, I think that Triple H needs to just swap out being the booker with Shawn Michaels, because Triple H he's trending in that Vince McMahon boring, almost every episode is boring except for the pay-per-views type of vibe, and it's just getting really annoying at this fucking point. So we have Sami Zayn and CM Punk tucking in the ring. Long story short, nothing really even to talk about. Sami Zayn basically said, if you win the Money in the Bank briefcase, if you win the World Heavyweight Championship, I'm coming for you. Right then and there, and I even wrote it in my notes, I said, when this happened, I knew Punk was definitely losing. It was either Punk was going to lose, or they were going to do a big surprise and Roman was going to come back to fend off Seth and help Punk win. And like a surprise, and oh my gosh, Roman helps Punk or whatever. That's what I thought would happen. If I was actually booking the show, that's what I would have done. Either that, or I would save it for Money in the Bank. But this was horrible. It really was. We got Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vancouver and Ivy Nile. Now, throughout the match, there was this point where Ivy Nile was giving Stephanie Vancouver and Liv Morgan a German suplex, and she pointed to the sky, and the fans don't like her so much they said, "You still suck." So
I can't believe she's going back again. That's
that kind of just defined this whole show. Next up, we got, after that match, obviously, we'll get back to that. Stephanie Vancouver ended up getting the win. I think anybody would have guessed that she would have won. It's just common sense. Next up, we have Paul Heyman trying to convince AJ Styles to go after the Intercontinental Championship and leave the Money in the Bank briefcase, or the Money in the Bank match or whatever, to Seth. This segment we could have just done away with this segment. It was boring. It wasn't interesting. There was nothing that it added to the show. Like, it's so stupid. Oh yeah, like Paul Heyman is trying to convince him. Anyone in their right mind wouldn't be like, okay, let me go after the Intercontinental Championship when I'm trying to go for the World Heavyweight. Like, it's just like, what's the point in that? It would have been more intense and intriguing if it was Paul Heyman that showed up, and then as he's talking to him, you see Seth, you see Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed standing in front of AJ, almost like, oh shit, their presence, they're trying to threaten him or something. But you have Paul Heyman's little fat walrus ass walking out there talking about, don't go after the briefcase, just go after the Intercontinental Championship. Really? So that whole little stupid ass backstage segment could have been done away with. Then we get a Rusev promo. Now Rusev actually has, I like the promo packages that they're doing for Rusev, and I like kind of Rusev's message in terms of what he's doing and why he's back and what he's doing, why he's doing what he's doing. And I think him and Sheamus will have a pretty decent, good match. I didn't even write this down in this other part in my notes because I just 100% hate the feud. This whole, Becky Hogan versus Lyra, honestly, it's a bathroom break for me. I could care less about Lyra. I can care less about Becky Lynch. I think Becky is, I know everybody hates Charlotte, but I think that Becky is even worse than Charlotte. Like, I know that people don't think so, but I really do. I think that Becky's just horrible, man. And this whole feud has been forced. It's cringe. And I just hate when Becky goes, what, and she does all this stupid shit, And Lyra, she's not believable. Lyra is not believable. Every time I hear her talk, I don't believe that she believes what the fuck she's saying. She just sounds like, I don't know. It's and it's annoying, when you're watching a 3-hour show and you want to kind of just be entertained. and you're not. It's just a 3 hour shit show. And yeah, then next up we had McDonough versus JD McDonough and Finn Balor versus the War Raiders. Though I'm gonna just say this, I don't know if people will agree with me or not. The War Raiders is a boring tag team. I've thought they always been boring. I don't care if they had their name changed, whatever. They just always been boring to me, personally. Now I will say this: they are very talented. They're very talented, and they have good matches. But them in the as a collective, as a tag team, is very boring, in my opinion. And nobody wants to watch Finn Balor and JD McDonough in a tag team match. Obviously, we saw Roxanne Perez help Finn Balor and JD, but who cares? Then we end up seeing Kairi Sane versus Raquel Rodriguez. This was a dull match, not really entertaining. You know, Liv tried to help Raquel get the win. Then Io Sky came out to back up Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane gets the win. They hug. Match over. Boring. Then we have CM Punk versus AJ versus Americano. Now, I knew that Americano or CM Punk was going to win. I even said this on Twitter. I knew that Triple H wasn't going to pull the trigger on AJ winning. We already know that. I thought that CM Punk would win because I just thought that maybe Triple H would actually be creative and bring Roman back. So that way Punk could get into Money in the Bank. And then now we have this extra intrigue going into Money in the Bank. But right now, if anyone asks me, like, what do you think's interesting about going into Money in the Bank? And please don't tell me, oh, well, it's, Seth and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker beating up Jay, Sammy, and Punk. Like, okay, like, that's the same shit that's been happening week after week after week. And this is exactly why you guys can, if you guys want to listen to my video about how Triple H will always be in Vince's shadow, I have that video coming out later tonight, because it's just like, I just want to know, like, what's happening? Like, I'm almost honestly speechless. Like, the show was trash, and you had Americano win, which that was the wrong move in my opinion. CM Punk should have. This is how it should have went. You have the main event. Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker come out, start attacking Punk and everybody. They pretty much cleaning house. Then you have Seth start attacking them, and then then you basically have Roman come back when Seth thinks that he's kicking everybody's ass, because mind you, it's a triple threat match. It's no disqualification. Seth's getting ready to do the curb stomp on Punk. Roman comes out. The fans go crazy. Then Roman ends up Superman punching everybody, spearing people, and then Punk ends up getting the victory. I would have, whether it's over AJ, Americano, whoever, I would have had Punk picked up the victory. And then now you go into Money in the Bank with intrigue, because now that Roman's back, it's like, oh shit, is Roman gonna, like, what is he gonna screw over Seth or whatever case may be? Now they could be saving that for Money in the Bank, but I doubt it. Triple H's booking has been just really honestly horrible, and that's my review, man. I hope that it wasn't too dull to you guys, but honestly, that's how I feel. I feel like the whole just momentum. When you watch Monday Night Raw, you're excited. You're like, oh man, what's gonna happen? And then you just watch the show and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? So I give the show a C-, and Triple H again booking another trash ass show. And something, I will say this too, and I'll leave with this. That show that they're gonna release on Netflix about showing us the ways of how they book and what they're thinking, that is gonna bite Triple H in the ass, because a lot of fans are gonna look at that and go, "This is the reason you made that decision." So it's gonna bite him in the ass for sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about this show, and talk to you guys later. Peace. And also, I just want to add, like, even with before I really close it out, even with the tag team match with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker versus Sammy and Jey Uso, like, okay, they're having a tag team match. Like, I don't know. this show could have been better. I feel like every time it gets ready close to the closeout show, Triple H just kind of half-assed. But honestly, he books the show half-assed, like, at least 90% of the time. The show overall, that tag team match, I mean, it was a decent tag team match, but it ended the way we thought it would end. It's just, I don't know, man. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.